What's happening, guys? Evan from Setup Wars. Welcome to TechSource episode 233 Teen Edition. That's right, we're gonna take a look at some dope teen setups on the show so us boomers can feel bad about our own setups. So if you're a teen watching and you wanna participate on the show, make sure to watch the video link down below. But with that said, sit back and relax, because you know what time it is. The iQ Elite CAMPBELL is Corsair's newest AIO to hit the market, with a new high-performance pump head that houses 33 ultra-bright CAMPBELL RGB LEDs to go along with its RGB fans. The Elite CAMPBELL cooler also comes with an included iQ Commander core to control the fan speed and RGB lighting for the included ML fans and additional Corsair RGB fans up to a total of 6. The all-in-one cooler comes in either 240, 280, or 360mm variants, and when you add powerful, low-noise cooling to the mix, your system will look great and will run even better. To learn more, click the link below. Kicking off the episode is Adam from Sweden and his super clean, and I mean super clean setup. It looks like he's using the IKEA Lil Trask tabletop with 2 Alex drawers, and I like that he put 2 IKEA lac shelves in between the desk and the drawers. It doesn't raise the table up that high compared to Capital legs, but it's still a pretty good idea to give the desk a nice floating look. He does all of his schoolwork and gaming on the 35-inch ultra-wide from Asus with the Logitech G213 keyboard and the G502 mouse. This setup is looking clean. Too clean for even headphones. It looks like the only audio source is from the Bluetooth speaker underneath the monitor. I would recommend picking up a boom arm for your Blue Yeti microphone because having to move it every time you use it can be quite annoying. Even something cheap like the InnoGear mic stand can be very helpful here. He does have a MacBook as well for some on-the-go work, but he mostly uses the custom PC for gaming. It's equipped with the 8600K and the Sapphire Nitro R9 380. By the way, you didn't have to position the tubes on the bottom. In case you haven't heard, you can have it positioned on the top, just make sure it's above the pump. No complaints when it comes to cable management. You definitely know what you're doing here with those double-sided 3M tape and Velcro straps. I'm actually impressed at your setup overall. You definitely got the right idea. It just needs a few more tweaks to improve. Thanks, Adam, for starting off the show. Speaking of clean setups, Campbell is up next from Illinois and her white on black themed gaming setup. I love that she matched the wallpaper on her monitors with her PC. I also love that case. The Dark Flash DLM21 is my favorite micro ATX case right now. She's rocking dual 24-inch monitors that she mounted to her desk. The main gaming one is 144Hz from Scepter, and the second one is a 60Hz from Samsung. Sticking with the white theme, we got the Kamov DK61 keyboard with HyperX double shot keycaps and the Logitech G305 mouse. The microphone is actually in a pretty good spot. It doesn't take up any extra space and it's right between the monitors, but I would recommend picking up something for your headphones. Since you're running the cable underneath the desk, a headphone hanger would make the most sense here. I can see that you did an excellent job with the cable management underneath the desk. Good use of Velcro straps and sleeves. However, it would have looked a lot cleaner if you ran that sleeve behind the monitor mount instead. If the cables are too short, you can always buy extensions or longer cables to replace the originals. The PC powering the setup is looking super clean. We got the 9400 in here paired with the all-white Asus GTX 1060 and some custom cables to go along with the theme. I'm also digging those Enermax RGB fans. They actually go really good with the case and the AIO that you picked out. All around, really solid choices on your gear, and you even have a bit of art on the walls for that personalization. I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed. Well done on the execution of the setup, and thank you, Campbell, for entering. Coming in at number 3 is David from Germany and another super clean black and white setup. He uses this for gaming, graphic design, shopping, and streaming. We got that super popular Stormtrooper wallpaper on his custom painted AOC monitor. He actually painted the red trim on the bottom in black to match the rest of the setup. Very nice. I feel like whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, it's practically law at this point that you have to use this wallpaper if you're going with a black and white setup, because I see this everywhere. It would have been nice to see more Star Wars decoration or collectibles in your setup if you're truly a Star Wars fan. The empty wall above your setup is the perfect place to personalize your setup further. There is a ridiculous buttload amount of Star Wars artwork that you can actually pick up from this plate that will fit your setup perfectly. I definitely recommend checking them out, not just for you, but anyone watching the video. I'll drop links down below. For peripherals, he's rocking the Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard and the Logitech G502 mouse. And then for audio, he's got the Void Pros tucked away in a drawer and the Soundcore Flare Plus speaker in the corner. Speaking of personalizing, you can even slap on some Stormtrooper skins on your PS4 for really cheap if you really want to customize it. This also protects your PS4 from getting scratched, retaining its value if you happen to sell it later. I like that you can slightly tuck away your microphone behind the monitor when you're not using it. And it also looks like you did a pretty good job with the cable management underneath the desk, but there are still some loose cables up top, which can easily be fixed if you use some Velcro straps to tie the wires to the monitor mount itself. I love that you even stuck to the same color scheme with your PC. We got the Ryzen 5 3600X with the RTX 2070 Super. Now this is a very minor nitpick, but you can easily hide that loose 2-pin cable by tucking it in the GPU right beside the other 6-pin, by the way. Or if you have about 25 bucks to spend, I would pick up some nice extension cables. The tricolor white on black with gray accents would look really nice in here, or if you want to keep things simple, the white and black would look so clean. Very impressive setup overall with some minor tweaks needed. Thank you, David, for entering. Coming in at number 4 is Gianni, who was a silly bite on my Discord server, and his super compact gaming setup. At first glance, you can easily see that this setup is dripping with personalization, and I kind of like that. It has this warm and fuzzy vibe going on. You guys might also recognize that PC from somewhere. That is the same pre-built PC from VRLA Tech that I gave away in a previous unboxing video. And well, this is who on that PC. It's always nice to see where some of these PCs end up, and for the first time on Setup Wars, we get an actual submission from someone who won a giveaway. Nice. So Gianni likes to game and watch anime with this setup. He's rocking a 144Hz as the main gaming monitor with a secondary 60Hz in vertical mode that he mounted to his desk. I love the cable work from the peripherals. Routing the mouse cable underneath the keyboard first allows you to wrap the wires together for a cleaner route across the desk. And by the looks of it, you did a pretty damn good job with the rest of the cable management. You even threw in some raceways underneath the desk. I couldn't be more proud. For audio, looks like he owns a pair of HyperX Cloud Alphas and a set of Logitech Z13 speakers as well. And finally, the PC powering it all has the same specs as before. We got the Ryzen 5 3600 and the MSI RTX 2060. It doesn't look like Gianni has done anything to the PC other than adding that Goku black figurine. I really like this setup. Not so much on the gear selections itself, but the way he decorated everything. 3 of those wall shelves up there holding up his collectibles and that tiny LED cloud in the center. I'm not too sure about that empty can of Arizona tea that you mounted on the wall, but everything else looks pretty good. I love that you can look at a setup and automatically tell who it belongs to, and Gianni wasn't afraid to personalize it the way he wants and make this his very own happy place. Thank you for entering. Wrapping up the episode is Nate from the UK and his epic ultra-wide gaming and video editing setup. He's rocking that sweet Carlby countertop with a few Alex drawers and capital legs to add a bit of spacing. A lot of people ask me, what's the point of the capital legs? Well, it's actually got 2 uses. A lot of people add those to create additional storage space in between the table and the drawers. I've seen people store their routers, consoles, laptops, and other thin devices in between that. And then you have people who just add these for aesthetic reasons, just like Nate did with his setup. He's rocking a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor that he hooked up to the desk with the Razer Black Widow Elite keyboard and the Logitech G502 mouse. He does use the setup for editing, so having a pair of great sounding speakers is a must. He's rocking those Yamaha HS5s in white, which appears to be the only audio source in this setup. He also has an AT2020 microphone that he tucked away on a boom arm behind the monitor, and that is connected to his Behringer audio interface. I'm pretty happy with the cable management. I like that he wrapped one of the cables around the pole. I always say, if you can't really hide the cable neatly, you can always use it to your advantage and integrate it a part of your setup in a nice looking way. The PC powering the setup is a beast water-cooled system rocking the 8086K and the Asus GTX 1070. I don't know why, but I kind of like those unnecessarily long tube runs that you did with the PC. And I'm guessing you're kind of going with a futuristic retro synthwave vibe with that color scheme, but it kind of goes against the grain with that Carlby countertop you have. Either way, it could use a bit more personalization, but overall it's a hell of a setup. Thank you, Nate, for entering. And that does it for today's episode. As always, you guys, comment down below and let me know which of these setups was your absolute favorite and why. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing because I do setup wars every single Monday. And if you enjoyed the video, toss a like before you head out. Thank you so much for watching. I love you beautiful toenails, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.